1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost a weekend and you don't know what to do. Or you just need something fun to listen to.
Southside Pod!
Yes, we're on the air. And the gang's all here, all things on the South Side. You're listening to the Southside Pod. Looking for the best Southside breweries. Or you might just need an awesome place to eat.
Southside Pod!
Mount Greenwood, Evergreen, Blue Island, Beverly, Payless, and Allsup too. You're tuned into the Southside Pod.
Southside Pod!
Oakland, Midlothian,
Southside Pod!
Oak Forest, Chicago Ridge, Flossmoor, and Bridgeview. You're listening to Southside Pod.
I started seeing a therapist.
Good for you.
Yeah. I mean, I did this once when I was a 911 dispatcher.
Is she hot?
You should have done it every week.
How am I supposed to say that? Now she's going to listen to the show and she'll be like, he doesn't think I'm hot? Like, okay, fine, she's hot.
That's why I ask it, Chris.
I hate when people
I ask
do
the
that.
hard-hitting questions.
I hate when people do that.
Is she a good listener?
That's where you just go, she's my therapist.
Yeah, that's what I should have done.
Yeah.
I should have done that.
Let's do it again.
Yeah, let's try it again.
Start over.
Take two.
Start over. For real.
By the way, before I start over for real, I was down at the Kentucky Bourbon Trail about a year ago.
Right.
And
Ghosts, remember the
all
ghosts?
my buddies were down there with me.
Yeah.
My buddy Lewis was sitting next to me, and my daughter called me. 17 years old, calls me when I'm there.
Right.
And it pops up Audrey on the phone.
Right.
And this drunk that I don't know, who's with this other group, is sitting next to me. And he's like, who's Audrey? Is she hot? And I'm like, it's my daughter. And he looks at my buddy Lewis and goes,
Did he say it again?
and he looks at my buddy Lewis and he goes, is she hot? So now he's got to decide if my 17-year-old daughter is hot, like in that moment. And he goes, yeah, she's hot.
Right.
And then he looked at me and he goes, was that the right answer? I'm like, we'll go with that. Like, I'd rather him say that than be like, no, man, no. Like, I mean, if he acted like grotesquely, like, what's wrong with my daughter? Right? Like, he didn't know what to do there. He didn't know what to do there.
What if you think my daughter's hot? And then you start thinking like, fuck, what am I saying?
He brought it up. He brought it up about 6 times that day. Did I answer that one right? Like, he was so worried he screwed that up.
It's like a non-answer question.
No, you can't answer that. You can't answer that. All right. Anyway, I'm going to see a
Your
therapist.
answer is your mom is
Yeah.
hot. That's
How
the
are
answer.
they as a therapist?
So
Nope.
Really hot.
Take it third eye.
oh, can you pass me my non-alcoholic beverage?
I
It's
would
right there
love
in front
to.
of you.
You're athletic.
Wait,
You're
Yeah,
gonna
give me my
get-
non-alcoholic
Here you go.
beverage. No, that one's empty. I need the actual
want the
beer in the
glass,
pie
not the
glass.
can?
Yes,
What
I need
is
the beer in
that?
the pie glass. So it's a beer.
Athletic Brewing Company.
It's a beer. What did I have? What is that? The
This is the Cerveza Atletica.
I have not had this one.
It's the Mexican style. You know, it's,
I have not
it's
had
your,
this one.
it's your
So
Athletic beer.
I'm drinking non-alcoholic beers for the last 5-6 weeks.
Why?
The divorce.
Okay.
See, if you have, let's say,
He lost
so if you
alcohol
have a
in the divorce.
divorce that is born out of a terrible incident that happened at your home when you weren't even there, because I wasn't even there.
Yeah.
Okay. And that terrible incident included a bruised child and drinking.
Yeah.
Right. And police removing children and DCFS getting involved and all those other things. If you have that kind of an incident and one side may need to stop drinking, they make both sides do it. Okay.
That's a good thing.
So it's basically like
they being who?
the
Courts, lawyers,
the multiple
people
lawyers.
involved?
Let me
Okay.
tell you something about these divorces.
They're
I
making you,
believe
or it was a suggestion?
I believe
or is it
that-
a personal choice?
it's a suggestion in which I think if I wasn't doing it, they'd look at me weird.
Okay.
It's like when your mother like says you should, maybe try this.
Stop
Right.
drinking.
Yeah.
You should maybe stop drinking.
there.
You know what? You could drink water only so much, and then you need some flavor.
Sometimes a man feels more like a man when he has a non-alcoholic
Right.
beer in his hand.
Nobody else knows it's
It's when I go to,
non-alcoholic.
so it's when I go to breweries. Like I just did this thing at Blue Island Beer Company, right? It was just on the last episode, okay? And the two guests sitting in the brewery are drinking beer. And they have one of the best ones, Untitled Art is what it's called. Now they have regular beer at Untitled Art. They're the Wisconsin brewery, if I remember right. And they do a ton of non-alcoholic ones, and they're the best. They have like just this wide array of craft beers that taste like actual beer
But they're non-alcoholic?
They're non-alcoholic.
I always wondered, like, with non-alcoholic beer or with craft beers, and how the big sensation is then everyone's like worried about the taste, why there's even alcohol in there. If they could make them the same with non-alcoholic, and you're so into the taste, are you in for the alcohol? Or are you in it for the taste of the beer?
Well, not everybody. Here's the thing. Not everybody does a good job at it.
Okay.
Right? So, like, Sam Adams has one. And it's a non-alcoholic beer, and on the can they're like, the best non-alcoholic beer you can get. No, it's not. I mean, I put it like at the bottom of my top 10 so far that I found. But I mean, like, it almost tastes like a malt liquor with flavors in it to make it mimic a beer.
Oh.
Okay? Like, it's like a hazy
Like
IPA.
beer-flavored liquid.
But it's like beer-flavored liquid is what I said.
Which should be a cool name for a beer.
Now, on the other hand, there's a brewery that I found in Naperville that I went all the way to Naperville. I met up with our buddy Ed, who also is not drinking these days. Okay. And we drove to this brewery called Go Brewery. And Go Brewery, the entire set of handles from one end to the other end of the bar, every beer they're brewing is non-alcoholic.
Worst
in every
brewery
style.
ever.
Yeah, seriously. And you two are the only guys
really
in there,
lame.
right?
I watched a porno once. No nudity. It was just people talking.
It's funny that you say that.
A man and woman hugging for 2 hours.
Because I reached out to him and I was like, dude, I looked at this website. We should go check this place out, and we'll go see what it's like. And I could try a bunch of different kinds of them because I can't drink right now. So we'll go to this brewery in Naperville. We both drive a half hour from where we live because he lives way up north, and we meet there. Now, on the website, that place is packed. There's a band on the stage. There's a bar, this big, beautiful bar. There's hot women there. I mean, I'm like, ooh, man, we're going to get the hot, non-drinking women there, right? Yeah, this is going to be great. I walk in. There's nobody there except me and the bartender.
Yeah, seriously.
It's beautiful. They have a beautiful stage.
They don't have any alcohol there.
They actually have 4 guest taps. They're all alcohol beers.
Okay.
So if your friend can't drink and wants to go brewing, but you want to get hammered, you can go get hammered with the non-alcoholics.
Now, brewery or brewing in general, by definition, does that imply alcohol?
Yes.
Okay, so why do they call it a brewery then?
I don't. Well, they all have, like, most non-alcoholic beers have a slight amount.
Yeah.
Like they're like
0.5%.
0.5 or less.
So as
Like
a
mouthwash.
okay, well, secondary question: if you were like an alcoholic, you can't have non-alcoholic beer, right?
I don't know how it works. I'm not an alcoholic, so I have no idea.
How does that? I mean, why do they exist? Why does
If
non-alcoholic beer?
The guy at Go Brewing. Oh, I got the story. I remember now.
he's got it.
The
He's
guy
got
at Go Brewing, because I had plenty of time to talk to the bartender
He's
because there were
talking to
no
a
hot
professional.
women there. Okay, so
To
I
me,
had plenty of
and
time.
this is going to sound weird, but to me, it's like, are you drinking it because of the alcohol or drinking it because of the taste? It's kind of like when you clap. Are you clapping for the sound of the clap, or are you clapping because of the action of it?
So first of all, I'm drinking it because of the taste and because I like to be social and go to and we go to breweries and I have friends that go to them.
Yeah.
So I want to be able to get. So I mean, I will only go into breweries now where I know there's a non-alcoholic option, so I can have a beer and I can sit there. Because trust me, I have gone out with friends and tried to go someplace and been like, yeah, get me a pop or something in a bar,
like,
and people
what?
look at you weird.
What?
Like, if you're not drinking in a
What?
bar, all the drinkers look at you like there's something. Like,
Yeah,
you're the
they get over it
narc.
quick.
You're the narc, man. They look at you weird. They do.
You a cop? You gotta tell me if you
they
are.
look at you weird. They look at you weird, okay? And I actually believe that some women look at you like, well, he's not drinking because he's trying to stay sober so he can take
so he
advantage
must
of me
have
later.
Well, he must have
Yeah.
a problem.
Something's
that he's-
wrong.
Right.
Yeah, something's
He's
wrong with
recovering.
him. Right? Yeah. you have the scarlet letter, okay, on you if you're not drinking something. So
it's
that's
also
why I
an
know.
A.
Yeah.
Nice literary reference from Mike. Very well, very good. That's 1 point for you, Mike.
It's way better than last time.
Can't wait for the Catcher in the Rye reference later.
You had a question about why that one brewery, Go Brewing. Why would you have all these non-alcoholic beers?
Yeah, my question is just why.
So
why do
I
they
asked
exist?
the
It's
bartender.
actually a gym.
Bartender tells me the guy who opened the brewery is a triathlete, and when he trains, he has to go 75 days without drinking beer, and he misses beer so much, and he clearly was rich. He made his own brewery so he could sit around and drink beer.
Wow.
Good for him.
That was out of necessity, is what it was. And he clearly isn't making like they got a bunch of medals, like best non-alcoholic beer. They got all kinds of medals in the place and stuff like that. Nobody's there. Lots of medals.
It's like winning the standing broad jump in like first grade.
Lots of medals.
Yay!
Nobody's there. Then what's funny is there's a brewery right down the block from it. That place was hopping. That place was
Get effed up brewery right down the street.
Get effed up brewery.
Screw them losers down the street brewing.
I have a confession to make. It's true, and I'm guessing you have done the same thing. Put more time into thinking about what's for dinner than preparing for your retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, I agree with you, and I want to help you out. I've got a local, experienced, down-to-earth guy who's a friend of this show. He's got a get-to-know-you approach and do the right thing values, and he's been around for over 20 years right here on the South Side. His name is Tom Walsh. He's located on the corner of 111th and Kedzie, and he's waiting for your call. In times of financial uncertainty, how can you stay on track? Call someone who's invested in your success. Reach out to Tom now, 773-779-0023, or pop in at the office right on 111th and Kedzie. Tell him we sent you. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
That should be like a Mythbusters. Like, how many non-alcoholic beers does it take to get drunk?
If you need drunk people on that podcast,
I think
we
my
can do drunk
kidneys would
people.
shut down from how much I have to pee. Because, I'm going to tell you something right now. Like, it's still liquid. I still run to the bathroom just as much as if I'm drinking alcoholic beer. I don't think I could
But
drink
you don't
that.
wake up with a headache. So
No, you don't. You don't.
Do you ever, or do you think, would you ever, if you didn't know it was alcoholic, would there ever be some kind of placebo event where you think you're getting drunk? Like if you didn't know it was non-alcoholic, or someone didn't know it was non-alcoholic, just because of the taste?
I don't know. I know this. Now that I've discovered that there are ones that actually taste good, I could see myself rotating these in if I was out for a night or something like that.
Okay.
I do like the beer thing though, because I went to a party that my sister was holding, like a progressive. I went to the
Like an insurance?
no,
Like with
it's
Flo?
one of those things where like people get on a bus and they go from one house to another house, and like and she was one of the hosting houses.
We would do bikes in my town.
It's
We
like a
would get on
bar crawl,
bus.
but you go to people's houses. It's what middle-aged white people do.
Yeah,
horrible.
It's
Okay.
it's actually great.
You know what
Usually
sounds
like
better than
Beverly.
that?
Nothing.
Everything.
But the thing was,
Staying home in the dark
I
in the
hadn't
basement.
found anything that tasted good, right? Like the first few that I tried were so bad. I was like, this is going to be awful. And so I was like drinking like water. I was having a sparkling water with a piece of a lime inside of it. So it looked like I was with like on the
Yeah.
rocks. The
And
amount of
everyone
people,
would come up to you and just
are you
stop
drinking just
talking to you.
vodka? And I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Shut up!
That's the fun part then, because then you're just sitting there and you're like, boom, you want to do one with me? Come on, do one with me. Boom. Like, I mean, you could really mess with people. Probably
Sure.
kill them if you really tried hard. You could probably kill them. Yeah.
It's the middle of the show song. 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 Chris had nothing to put here, so he put this song. It's the middle of the show song.
I was driving through Mount Greenwood today.
Yeah?
And so of course I encountered a jag-off driver.
No way in Mount
How many
Greenwood?
stop signs did you just stop at?
0. And he's not even a cop.
I stop at the
He's
stop
related
signs.
to
I
one,
stop at the stop
People get
signs.
mad.
And
And you
everybody in
get
Mount Greenwood
rear-ended.
gets angry with
Yeah.
me.
What
Yeah.
are you doing, Jago?
No,
All the kids are on the corner, like looking like they're playing like a live game of Frogger. They're like, just because they know no one stops. They're
Nobody's
just like,
stopping. Nobody's stopping in that neighborhood on the south side. Nobody's stopping. No, I pulled up to the light at 103rd and Kedzie. It was a red light.
barely Mount Greenwood.
I was in the
Corner.
Yeah, but we were driving into Mount Greenwood.
Okay.
And this person was clearly a wooder. Okay. And I'm in the lane that goes forward. There's a left lane, a going forward lane.
Yeah.
And then
Going
one
south?
is a right turn only lane going south.
Yeah, right.
Okay. And you got
Well,
the
that's-
McDonald's up there in
The
front.
McDonald's is
new.
right there,
That
yeah.
right turn lane is
Yes,
fairly
it's
new.
It's
very
3
new,
years
very
new. It's been there for a while now, okay? They did that during the pandemic. It's 2023 going on 24. It's not that new, Mount Greenwood, okay? You didn't just discover the fact that there's a right
mean,
turn only
it's-
lane
it's
there.
what is newer.
I know back in the day when you were driving on your fake ID, all right, that when you were 14 and you had stolen your father's car,
Right.
that wasn't a right turn only lane.
Borrowed.
Right, exactly.
So
Now it is.
what did this do to harm you? What did this guy do?
He pulled up into the right turn only lane and then accelerated through the light to jump all the people that are in the thing. Now, that's fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
He did that because he's in a hurry.
Did he make it?
Yeah, of course he
he-
did.
did
I didn't
anyone
even
have to slam
accelerate.
on their
I
brakes?
didn't even accelerate to try to stop him from doing it. I didn't care. The problem I had was this, Bill. Here's the problem I had, Bill. If you're going to do a jag move and run by everybody in the right turn lane and then go through the intersection, right? Even though I don't care. My problem is it's clearly because you're in a hurry, so go faster. He did it and then reduced speed down to the exact speed limit of 30 miles an hour.
Because he's a good citizen.
And slowed every. He's a good citizen.
Well,
he just blew through a thing.
But did he signal to come back to the left too?
No, he did not signal to come back to the left. So he drove like a jet.
One out of three.
It was like he got in his car and he goes, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to piss somebody off. I'm going to pass him on the right illegally through the right turn lane, and then I'm going to drop my speed down and drive for 2 miles blocking
Chris,
him.
those drivers are oblivious to anybody else's driving
And
opinions.
here's
They don't
the
even know they're pissing
Here's the
other people
amazing
off.
thing. He had one of those things that make me believe he was nothing but a poser, because
He had the testicles.
no, this guy, he's not only got the Marine sticker, but he's got the Army sticker right next to it. Now they don't switch services.
No,
well, maybe,
it's like
maybe there's his sons.
maybe if you get
I
kicked
don't
out
know.
of one.
I don't know.
Does he have the trooper sticker too?
I mean,
no.
your kids go to different high schools. You got different stickers on the back of your
So
car.
you think one went in, the one went into the other? I think he's a guy who just like wants to, you've got those guys. You got the guys that got the guys that pretend they're cops, and you got the guys that pretend that they were in the military.
was probably
you
in the
know you
Coast
got
Guard.
those guys.
Okay. I think you have a lot of misguided anger.
I do.
By the way,
You have a lot of guided anger.
stay in Evergreen Park. Stay out of Mount Greenwood, huh? All right.
All right, Southside Pod Bulletin Board time. Let's take a look at what's going on around the South Side. It's brought to you by Spoken Vine Wine Bar and Bottle Shop, northeast corner of 95th and Kedzie and Evergreen Park. They got a wide array of wines, anything for any taste. You can go and get a sample or get a big, giant glass if you want to. You can actually take out selections that you like because they have a wine shop as well where you can buy bottles. Really good food, 21 and over place. Do not try to sneak your children in there. It's for adults. Learn more about adulting at spokeandvinewines.com. Out in Lamont, the Sagawa Environmental Learning Center at 12545 111th Street is having beginner cross-country ski lessons. Learn to ski with a certified professional ski instructor. Ages 12 and up. It's weather dependent. I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen this weekend, but I did see that they might get some solid snow coming in. It's as if Lamont has perfect timing. Learn more and register at lamontdowntown.com. This Saturday, 8 to 10 p.m., Motown Nation is at 115 Bourbon Street. It's a $5 cover. Also on Saturday night, kicking off at 7 p.m., Big Hands Big Bad Jam is going to be happening at Jesse's Tavern, 10501 South Ridgeland Avenue. It's a blend of folk, rock, and bluegrass. Or you can head to Crestwood to the Thirsty Beaver, where a band called Hair Band will debut at the Beaver and play from 9 p.m. until 1 a.m. I can only guess what kind of music that will be at 5599 127th Street. Your Sunday Fun Day is brought to you by SidSauce.net. Hot sauces with peppers grown locally on the South Side, delivered to much of the listening area's door for free. Every hot sauce in my house comes from Sid Sauce, and they're all so different and all so tasty. See more at SidSauce.net. Sunday Fun Day at Blue Island Beer Company this Sunday. Spend the afternoon on the 7th of January, kicking off at 2 p.m. with some Americana, country, and rock music. TJ Kennedy is back. He's bringing his friends Matthew Page and Justin Bell. Grab a pint, enjoy some tunes on Sunday afternoon. If you have anything for the Southside Pod Bulletin Board, reach out to us through southsidepod.com. I always like to drive where I'm going, right?
Because
so like when we go down to Florida, I don't like to fly. I like to drive.
But it's
I
not
like
about
to get,
Florida. It's about the weird little
right. I like
towns
to, I like to take the 2-lane highways
that's
through
all of
Tennessee,
Florida.
Right.
down through Georgia.
Yes.
That upper peninsula of Florida, where it's really weird.
Right.
You know, there's
Yes.
there's a
The
gator on the
hillbillies?
side of the road,
Yeah.
and if you look at a guy funny, he'll chase you for 10
Right.
miles with a
Yeah.
shotgun.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. Those are my people.
Those are your people.
I like going
Name's
through that
Cooter.
area, right? I like to stop at the place and get the pecans or the pecans, depends on how you want to say
Well,
that.
wait, which one is it?
I don't know. Not sure.
Pecans?
Depends on how I feel that day.
Pecans.
Sometimes it's pecans, sometimes it's pecans.
Dude, I went to the zoo one day. I saw a peacock.
Not a peacock.
I'm so sorry. I did though. It was crazy. The plumage was beautiful.
I just like going through those areas because,
You wonder,
it's a different,
where
it's
do
a
these
different
people
world.
come from?
It's a different world.
Like,
Yeah.
It's like the hills have eyes sometimes.
Yeah, well, it's also like I feel like that they all know each other. Like you go into one of those small towns, you get yourself some
Everyone's
lunch.
related because
They're-
their family tree is just like straight up.
Everybody's related. The person you're getting the burger from at the counter is also best friends with the guy, and it's like that's
Right.
his uncle is over there in the corner whittling. Like yeah,
Wait, what you making? Shavings?
yeah, exactly. Like that's how I feel when I go through there. Yeah.
Wrote a song about it.
Did you?
You want to hear it?
Sure.
It goes something like this.
Okay.
First date. First date. First kiss. First taste of loving. You were my first cousin. We got in big trouble. Your dad, my uncle, 'cause you were my first cousin. Now I see you across that room. Damn, your sweet perfume at all these family reunions. In the backseat of that Regal, what we did was illegal, 'cause you were my first cousin. I'm gonna wrap it up. You ready, Chris? Now the love of my life will never be my wife, but you'll always be my first, and I'll always be your first. And our children will be second cousins.
That's a sweet song.
It is sweet. just like my sister wife.
I never understood the whole like first cousin, second cousin. What's the twice removed thing? And
I don't know the
once
twice
removed
removed.
thing? I don't know how that
is
works.
like your cousin's kids, like
Right.
your kids and your cousin's kids.
Right.
I get that.
You know, I mean, I know we all go to a wedding at some point in our lives, and somebody
Right.
says that this
All of a
really
sudden,
pretty
you-
girl
you-
over
you
there,
have sex with
you're
the
related.
bridesmaid,
You're
and then they
related
find
to
out-
her, but you
Wait,
can't
what?
figure out how you're related to her. It's
Right.
like one of those things that you're like, I don't know. I mean, like she's like your third cousin twice removed, and you're like, does that mean
Right.
that we can hook up, or like how does that work?
Right.
Right.
Do we look at the? I mean, it kills the mood to pull out the family tree at that
Right.
point.
Right. Is there a relative that knows how close we are?
I think you just go for it.
You just go for it.
I mean, figure it out
Sort
later.
it out in the morning, right? Like you're gonna walk into the lobby with her, and it's either gonna be a gasp or nobody's gonna care.
Right.
Right.
And
right.
depending on what state you're in, that's what it comes
I think
down
the state
to.
makes all the difference.
It does,
in that
without a
one.
doubt.
Yeah, legally and also culturally.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wanna have a beer, but sometimes they're not here, so I grab one and I look at the can and I notice it doesn't have. I don't know. I want to do something here, but let me start over. Keep going. Keep with that. I got something with the non-alcoholic, but I don't want to go too far into the. I don't want to go too deep.
That's what she said.
Every once in a while, I wanna have me a beer, but not every time do I wanna feel like I'm drunk? I don't feel that well. I feel like I'm going through hell. So what do I do? What do I grab? Non-alcoholic beer, 'cause 0% is just fine by me. 0.5% is pushing it, but that's still fine by me, because I love near beer. It's not exactly beer, but it's near. I love near beer because it's kinda like beer, but it's just near. I see all my friends acting like fools, and I'm on my 15th O'Douls, and I'm just fine. I feel okay. And then I see my friend acting really strange. I said, "How many have you had?" He said, "What are you, my dad?" And I said, "You don't have to act like that. Just grab one of these and put it back, because I like drinking near beer. I can drink a bunch with no fear. It's just like having a beer, and you don't get nearly as drunk as you would if you had a real beer. It's just near beer, near beer. Pass me a near beer."
Hey, I'm out. I need another.
You need a one?
Yeah.
Let me get you one. What do you want? You want a Budweiser?
No, I have to have a near beer.
Oh, you okay?
Huh?
You want a Miller Lite?
No, I need a near beer.
A near beer.
Near beer.
Okay. Where is it? Is it far?
No, it's near, but it's also a near beer.
Oh, so it's close to me, and also
the
close to beer.
refrigerator's next to you. And it's close to beer, but
So
not
in
actually beer.
proximity and alcohol content.
Right. I'm just gonna get it myself.
I'm sorry. Grab me a near real beer. What was that, Mike? Mike tried to join in. What were you gonna say? Go ahead. Mike had something. He felt it so much, and I walked on him, and I feel bad. So we're gonna walk back.
Okay, we'll walk back.
I just really want a real beer. That's
It's like
all.
how I got your shot
Mike wants
there.
a real beer.
I just want a real beer.
You don't have to have one though.
I just want one though.
Okay, that's
I
fine.
don't need to have one.
Do you have a
but
problem?
I don't need to not have one.
Okay, that's fine.
Can I have one?
Is it far away though?
I can't reach
Wait,
it.
is your real beer near?
No, it's far away.
See, this is poses a problem now. Near beer, near beer, near beer, near beer, no fear, near beer, no beer, near beer. Why? Because it's near beer, near beer, near beer, near beer. Near beer, 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 near beer. So it's not far away.
I hate you.
It's the Southside! It's the Southside! It's the Southside Pod! Thanks for listening! Thanks for tuning in to the Southside Pod! Y'all come back now, you hear?